Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more detailed videos. WNBA star Angel Reese begins USWNT training camp journey, bringing new spotlight to women's basketball. The gym doors opened quietly, but the moment carried weight. Angel Reese stepped onto the hardwood with a calm that masked the electricity beneath her stride. No cameras were rolling yet. No crowd roared. Just the echo of sneakers, the thud of basketballs, and the unmistakable hum of elite competition. This was not a game night. This was something deeper. The beginning of her USAB women's national team training camp journey, a moment that symbolized far more than a roster opportunity. It was a statement. Angel Reese had arrived, a new chapter in a rapidly expanding story. For Angel Reese, basketball has never been just about points or rebounds. It's been about presence, about energy, about rewriting expectations with every possession. Her entry into USWNT training camp didn't come as a surprise to those who have watched her evolution closely, but it still felt monumental. This wasn't simply a personal milestone. It was a cultural one. Reese's journey to this moment has been layered with triumph, criticism, celebration, and scrutiny. From college dominance to her immediate impact in the WNBA, she has carried herself with unapologetic confidence in a sports world that often struggles with outspoken women, especially women of color. Now, wearing USA basketball gear, she represented something bigger than herself. A generation reshaping women's basketball in real time, walking into a different kind of pressure. USWNT training camp is not forgiving. Every drill is sharp. Every mistake is noticed. Every rep is a silent audition. The players in the gym are not just professionals. They are champions, Olympians, legends in motion. The standard isn't high. It's absolute. Angel Reese knew this. She didn't walk in trying to be loud. She didn't need to. Her game spoke in its own language. Relentless rebounding, physical defense, emotional leadership. Coaches watched closely as she battled for position, communicated on switches, and absorbed instruction with visible intent. This wasn't about proving she belonged. It was about proving she could elevate what was already elite. The evolution of Angel Reese. To understand the significance of this moment, you have to understand how far Reese has come and how quickly. Once labeled with simplified narratives, she refused to shrink herself for comfort. She leaned into her identity. She embraced the villain role when it was assigned to her and flipped it into fuel. Critics questioned her style. Fans celebrated her fire. But beneath the headlines, Reese kept refining her game. In the WNBA, she became more disciplined without losing edge, more efficient without losing passion. Training camp wasn't just about showcasing physical skills. It was about demonstrating maturity, adaptability, and trust in team concepts. USA basketball values more than stats. It values cohesion. And Angel Reese was ready to show she could be both a force and a fit, a spotlight that follows her everywhere. Even during closed practices, Angel Reese carries a spotlight. Social media buzzed the moment word spread she had arrived at camp. Jerseys with her name sold. Young fans reposted clips. Conversations reignited about what women's basketball looks like now and who is leading the charge. Reese is part of a wave, but she's also a lightning rod. She brings eyes to the game not just because of her talent, but because of her authenticity. She doesn't soften her voice. She doesn't dilute her emotions. In an era where women athletes are finally being allowed complexity, Reese stands firmly in the center of that shift. Her presence at training camp didn't just add competition, it added conversation. Inside the gym, competing with the best, practice intensified as days passed. Reese battled veteran post players, learning when to attack and when to absorb. She adjusted to international spacing, quicker reads, and defensive schemes designed for the highest level of play. Coaches challenged her decision-making. Teammates challenged her toughness. And she welcomed it. During water breaks, she listened more than she spoke. During drills, she went hard every rep. When corrected, she nodded, not defensive, not discouraged. This was growth in real time. Every rebound fought for was a message. I'm here to work. Every defensive stop was a reminder. I bring value. She wasn't trying to dominate camp. She was trying to belong in it the right way. What Angel Reese represents right now. Angel Reese entering USWNT training camp isn't just about basketball. It's about visibility. Women's basketball is expanding rapidly, but representation still matters. Reese represents athletes who are emotional, expressive, and confident. Athletes who don't fit old molds. Athletes who remind the world that excellence doesn't have one personality type. Young girls watching see someone who looks like them, talks like them, celebrates like them, and still earns a seat among the best. That matters. It changes who feels welcome. It changes who feels possible. And USA basketball, long a symbol of tradition and dominance, now reflect a future that is louder, broader, and more inclusive. The business of attention and responsibility. With attention comes responsibility, and Reese understands that better than most. Every practice clip, every photo, every quote is dissected. Praise and criticism arrive in equal measure. But Reese has learned how to live inside that storm without losing direction. She trains. She competes. She grows. Training camp wasn't about silencing critics. It was about honoring opportunity. And in doing so, she brought even more attention to women's basketball. Not through controversy, but through commitment. A moment bigger than selection. Whether or not this training camp leads immediately to a final roster spot is almost beside the point. The moment itself is meaningful. Angel Reese walking into USWNT camp signals a shift. One where women's basketball embraces both excellence and individuality. One where stars are allowed to be bold, emotional, and complex without being reduced. Her journey reflects where the game is heading, not where it's been. Looking ahead, as camp continued, one thing became clear. Angel Reese wasn't overwhelmed. She was energized. She laughed with teammates. She absorbed coaching. She competed without fear. Whatever the outcome, she left an impression, not just on the stat sheet, but on the culture of the room. And when she eventually walked off the court, sweat-soaked and focused, the message was unmistakable. This wasn't a visit. This was an arrival. Final whistle. Angel Reese beginning her USWNT training camp journey is more than a headline. It's a symbol of momentum. Momentum for her career. Momentum for women's basketball. Momentum for a new generation redefining greatness on its own terms. The spotlight she brings isn't borrowed. It's earned. And as women's basketball continues its rise, Angel Reese stands not just in the light, but as part of the reason the light keeps growing brighter. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next time.